Following the Supreme Court judgment over the political crisis in Rivers State, the clamor for peace to ensure good governance in the state has been the dominant conversation. At a meeting with representatives and leaders in the South-South under the Pan-Niger Delta Forum PANDEF at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, President Bola Tinubu added his voice to the clamor by appealing to political leaders and stakeholders in the zone to adhere to the rule of law for lasting peace and prosperity. President Tinubu reiterated that respect for the judiciary is crucial to upholding democracy and fostering harmony. Okay. Comments from the president, regarding the situation in Rivers State. Bikio, let's interrogate what the president said, where he talked about adherence to the rule of law. What are your thoughts on this? Do you agree with the president here?
Of course, what the president is saying is that nothing should make the Supreme Court verdict to not be implemented. And it's a direct reference to the governor, and the president also said that he would want to see the Supreme Court verdict implemented swiftly. And he talked about his respect for the judiciary. We must respect the judiciary. Some of the people abusing the judiciary today, they were beneficiaries of judicial pronouncements. You can imagine an article abusing the judiciary, saying they are the problem of the country. Atiku and his fellow politicians, they are the problems of our country, not the judiciary. There was a time when Atiku was flogging Obasanjo every time in the court of law, almost with the regularity with which people change their underwears. He kept flogging Obasanjo.
Yeah.
At that time, he did not abuse the judiciary. If the judiciary were to be as useless as he tried to portray them, would he have been allowed to remain on his job when he defected? Because he's the highest ranking political office holder in Nigerian history to defect from his party.
Yeah.
What happened to him? Nothing. Obasanjo didn't want him to take part in the 2007 election. He lost. Afe Babalola was his lawyer. They were losing from court to court. Thank God we are witnesses to it. People try to rewrite the history in our country. But we can't all be so forgetful that we won't remember things that happened. So, the president is saying we must respect the verdict of the Supreme Court. We may not like the verdict, but you must respect it. We must respect the judiciary. You can't be wearing red caps all over the place and insulting the judiciary. No. One day you need them. I remember when Prophet T.B. Joshua and Oyakilome, when they were having their quarrel,
back and forth, yeah?
and then Chris Okotie, also household of God, also joined. And he was trying to ridicule the miracles that the other man was doing. So he said something that, as a man with a knife for the spoken word, stuck to my heart. He said, when you need a miracle, you believe in one.
When you need a miracle, you will believe in one.
Yes. And it's true. Many people don't believe, many people treat God with levity.
Sure.
But when they are in crisis in their lives, they will pray
For a miracle.
Exactly.
They will pray to God. God, if only you can make this happen for me. I will forever serve you. If only you can solve this problem for me. God, if only you can show your mighty powers, mighty hand, I will serve you. I promise to serve you. Once they are out of that adversity, they will start behaving like devils incarnate again. So this is the thing. He said that, I held on to it. When you need a miracle, you believe in one. So, ethos, the judiciary, we can't be rubbishing the judiciary. That's what the president said, we must obey. And it's the governor, everything revolves around the governor.
Exactly.
Obey. Let's even see from the beginning that you are keen to carry out, and you can't be cherry picking. You are quick to take a decision about the about the election. Oh yeah, local government leave office, and these people take over from the council chairman. That amounts to implementing.
The Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Yes, but the one
But
that
the
directly
later
concerns
ones,
you,
exactly.
you are pussyfooting over it. Because you think not every Nigerian is capable of constructive reasoning. You are pussyfooting, delaying over it. Why?
Okay.
So this is the thing. The president told them, go back home and commit to peace. Be the champions of peace.
Yeah.
Call these people privately and publicly. Talk to them about the need for peace and for the resolution, the decision of the Supreme Court to be obeyed. If you need me, I'll be happy to
So the president is
answer
going to put
you.
himself out.
Yes,
that
he said if you need me,
out,
maybe they run into a jam as they are trying to make
Exactly.
something happen. The president said he's
Can step
available.
in.
So that's how a leader should talk. You can say all kinds of things about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but we see him sometimes, even when I read some of the things that he says, but this is the same man that they told us had lost it completely. And they composed that song. Say, Baba, we know well, if they shouted Melokan. This one, the way, even the sense that it's making, does it look like Baba, we know well? They told us that this one, they cannot last, it will drop dead the next day.
Somebody said it.
But somebody warned us.
A dummy, yeah.
Yes, but somebody warned us. Fashola warned us.
Yeah, don't underestimate this, man.
He said, it will look fragile. You know, the way he's working, like a fragile man, but you underestimate him at your own peril.
Yeah,
That's what
you used that
Fashola
word,
said.
exactly.
Fashola worked with him for years. So I'm happy that he has offered
Yes.
to help once again, but the governor knows what to do.
Okay. Now, the president also talked about stoop to conquer. How instructive is this?
Yes, because he's speaking from the benefit of hindsight. And he has passed through that route before. You throw a lot of debt on the president. He will absorb everything. But then, today, at just one attempt, is the president of Nigeria. From one state, Lagos was able to governance the whole of the Southwest. Then took some from other parts of the country, was building bridges. Today, is in Abuja as the
president,
as numero uno in Nigeria. If he had given up, when at times, he was at a very low ebb. But then he didn't allow that to overwhelm him. He came back stronger. So that's the same message is preaching to Fubara. And I think Fubara should be sincere in the way he approaches this matter, the way he communicates to the assembly. Yes, after yesterday's meeting, you want to believe that, he went to the assembly today with cameras and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And saying, CEO, I'm here. They have locked their doors.
I really do not know what that means.
See, now,
was it locked out?
Their door.
No,
Was
now,
he? I don't
now
know.
let me read to you what I'll read to our viewers. The process of presenting a budget to the assembly. The governor writes a letter, at least a week, to the assembly. That letter will be read on the floor of the assembly.
Yes. Telling them that the governor
is bringing his budget. Not for you to just wake up and you drive there.
And you drive there. It's not your house.
Yeah, is it your house? So, all those show of this thing to paint those people in bad light.
Yes.
The governor should do the right thing.
Do
Is
the
it that
right
he's not
thing.
aware of doing
Maybe
the right
it's possible.
process?
Honestly, I want to.
How did he communicate?
See, if they do not have somebody in the Senate who did not know their rules,
Yes, now.
don't be too sure.
Yes.
Don't be too sure that he knew. Wallahi, I cannot say that.
It should have a legislative liaison officer.
Who will brief him
Who will
about
brief him?
the
This is the way
processes,
to go.
the
This
structure.
is the way. Yes.
Because I don't understand how. See, in Lagos here we've been seeing budgets
Yes,
presented.
Yes.
Not only Lagos, other states.
And they even mobilize people. It's a big event.
Yeah, it's a big
you see
event.
people from all walks of life, they will be part of it.
Yeah, party
because
leaders,
it's their issue.
stakeholders. Yes.
It's something that concerns them. Every
Yeah.
community, every constituency will be interested. That's how you know what is coming to your community.
Yeah.
So the presentation, people in Yobe State have seen budget presentation, for God's sake, in Kaduna, different places.
Yeah.
It's not that somebody will just barge
You just wake
into
up
assembly
and
premises
take, this
without telling them. The press is not even aware that the thing is going to happen.
And they are even supposed
then
to have a
everybody will
copy.
go there.
All of them are supposed to
Yes,
have
they are supposed
a
that copy. The copy of the
before-
budget is coming
for
to
at least a
present
week.
will have been received by
Will be
them.
by each member.
They will study it.
Yes.
If they have issues about some of the portions of they can then communicate to the governor. It's not that. It's not something that you do.
What's going on?
No, this is just skit making. Honestly,
okay, you call it-
skit making
you
is
can't-
this
you
skit
can't be
making
doing
is
that.
what is raining now.
Look at it.
We don't need
there,
all
you
of
took people.
this.
So
We don't.
now, when in
You
the
went to their gates.
in,
They did
in the evening now, and probably by tomorrow, you see all those people with their ship ties. They will be saying, "You see, the governor has gone there."
They know. Is that the process?
The governor has gone there. You see now.
When
they are
Sanwo-Olu
not-
wanted to present budget,
Yes.
Was that the way he went there?
did it just descend on the assembly
At assembly.
premises? Did they not present budget before our eyes? Ambode, when he was going to present budget, even Mr. President, when he was going to present his budget, were we not
he wrote
aware?
to them. The letter was read on the floor of the National Assembly by the chairman of the session, the National Assembly, that the budget will be presented so date.
Joint session.
Joint session.
I know it wasn't
And now,
quite surprising when I saw this.
After it is presented, there's something they call State Fiscal Transparency and Accountability System. I mean, gives lawmakers minimum of 8 weeks with
To
which
study.
to study the budget.
They study it.
All right,
No,
sir.
it's be,
And
in
they break-
that
they
place
break-
it's become a joke.
Yes, and they break it
Three
to committees.
individuals will just
We just sit down,
come to
we bring
present.
it to them.
No questions asked. They'll say they will pass it.
Nah.
Which joke
does-
can be
who does
bigger
that?
than that?
Exactly.